So testosterone is the most important male hormone. But very simply, the version of you with high testosterone levels is better than the version of you with low testosterone levels. With high testosterone levels, you'll recover faster, burn fat faster, be able to fight off depression, have a much higher libido, even reduce your likelihood of experiencing certain cancers and heart disease. On top of all that, you have more energy and likely more confidence. Your T levels can be influenced by genetics for sure, but there's so much under your control that dictates if your hormones are thriving or declining, and it doesn't have to take months or even years to increase your testosterone levels. In fact, there's a lot you can do to increase them in just 1 month that will have some pretty profound effects. If you feel you're past your prime, don't wake up with morning wood every morning or feel like you've been zapped of the virility that quite literally makes you a man, then watch every minute of this video. In it, you'll learn 7 proven ways to rapidly increase your testosterone levels in just 1 month. Each method is backed by science. For some of these methods, you could skyrocket your T levels starting today. First one is an interesting one. Eat more calories. I know this may sound counterintuitive, especially considering studies show obese men have lower testosterone levels and 2 times the estrogen levels of non-obese men. But if you undereat, that means if you're at a caloric deficit for too long of a period, it can wreak havoc on your hormones as well. Research published in the University of Tartu found that men undergoing caloric restriction had lower testosterone levels. Other research from Fitchburg State University found that men's testosterone levels dropped by 400% during their diet. Once they stopped dieting, testosterone levels returned to normal. Having excess body fat is horrible for your T levels, health, libido, everything. Healthy, lean men simply have higher testosterone levels than overweight men. So while dieting will increase your cortisol levels and lower your testosterone levels over time, it's a necessary evil if you're overweight. In this instance, you have to play the long game. If you need to lose fat, you'll have to reduce calories. But you don't want to drastically drop your calories too low or keep them low for too long. Cycling dieting with a caloric maintenance is a great way to keep your hormones happy. For example, be at a caloric deficit for a week, then spend a couple days at a maintenance level. And when you are done losing fat, slowly raise your calories to higher levels to raise your metabolism, but also boost your testosterone levels to normal and even higher levels. When you have a calorie intake that's at a maintenance level or matches how many calories you burn in the run of a day, it's so much easier to include vital nutrients for your testosterone, including fat and zinc. Research published in the Journal of Urology found that men who have less fat in their diets have lower testosterone levels. To be specific, research like this one from Volek and colleagues suggests specifically monounsaturated and saturated fat increase testosterone levels. As for zinc, supplementing with it has been shown to boost testosterone significantly. You'll often get fat and zinc from higher calorie foods like red meat and olive oil. So restricting your calories is only something that you should do when you must lose fat. Number 2, stop masturbating. Yep, you heard that right. Many ancient societies believed that masturbating was losing your life force. While it's not 100% accurate, it's also not completely wrong. A Chinese study examined men who abstained from ejaculation for 7 days. Their testosterone levels didn't fluctuate much for days 2 to 5. But on the 7th day, there was a clear surge in testosterone. In the long term, refraining from ejaculating for 3 weeks led to higher testosterone in a study published in the World Journal of Urology. Your testosterone levels themselves aren't the only thing at risk. A 2007 study showed that ejaculation limited sexual desire for the next 48 hours. Surprisingly, it also lowered androgen receptor density in the brain. Androgen receptors are what bind to testosterone, so you actually get its beneficial effects of your hormones. So fewer receptors means less testosterone usage, possibly even if you have more floating around in your blood. On top of that, another 2007 study showed that frequent masturbation increased estrogen receptor density. That means you're not just lowering your T levels, you're also boosting the number 1 feminizing hormone associated with low T, infertility, and sexual dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction is commonly associated with low testosterone levels. Since porn is linked to erectile dysfunction, porn and masturbation can have double the effects on your testosterone levels. Skipping out on masturbating, porn, ejaculating in general can lead to rapid T-boosting results. Now you're wondering about sex. Fortunately, actually having sex with a woman has different effects than watching sex. A study had men go to a sex club to either watch sex or perform sex. The men who were there to watch sex had an 11% increase in testosterone. The men who went there to have sex had a 72% increase in testosterone. If you want high T levels, stop watching porn. And if you have a lady, have a lot of sex. Number 3, drink less alcohol. This may sound harsh if alcohol is a part of your lifestyle or being social, so let me break down alcohol's effects plus a simple loophole to keep your T levels high while still indulging from time to time. Alcohol has both short-term and long-term effects on your body. In the short term, alcohol makes your testosterone plummet. One study found that alcohol can make your testosterone levels crash in just 30 minutes after consuming it. And for those having a daily glass of whiskey for 30 days, their testosterone levels dropped to levels of a man with chronic alcoholism. Other research had people drink 30 to 40 grams of alcohol per day, which can be found in 2 to 3 beers. Their testosterone levels dropped by 6.8% when doing this for 3 weeks. Not a huge amount, but that's enough to be concerned about. There are even more drastic effects in the long term. Testosterone production depends on 3 glands that send an important signal. Your hypothalamus in your brain releases GnRH to your anterior pituitary gland, then releases LH and FSH. LH and FSH tell your testes, Sertoli cells to create testosterone. Too much alcohol over a long period of time can interfere with your testosterone synthesis by affecting any of these steps. This has significant effects on your fertility. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine found that heavy drinkers have 2.5 times more likely to experience arrested spermatogenesis than non-heavy drinkers. This basically means they aren't properly creating sperm. A 2017 systematic review and meta-analysis from Italy suggested heavy drinking may affect semen volume and sperm morphology. The interesting thing is that these negative effects are found almost exclusively in men who heavily drink, which is usually described as over 15 drinks per week. So if you cap your intake at 1 or 2 drinks, you likely won't have anything to worry about. There's also the effect of alcohol on sleep. You produce most of your testosterone when you're sleeping, and drinking a few hours before bed negatively impacts your sleep. Speaking from personal experience, cutting out that evening glass of scotch has had a profound effect on my sleep. While I may have similar sleep hours, I fall asleep faster and wake up much more energized, suggesting that removing alcohol has improved my deep and REM sleep cycles and also my T levels in the process. Number 4 is lift heavy weights. Put it simply, exercising boosts your testosterone levels as long as you don't do insane amounts of training while ignoring proper diet and recovery. But not all forms of exercise are created equal. A study from Ball State University had participants follow a progressive resistance training program for 12 weeks. Their growth hormone levels increased by 44.9%. Their T levels increased as well. The European Journal of Applied Physiology published another study showing strength training to increase testosterone after just 4 weeks. Now you're probably wondering about cardio. Small to moderate amounts of steady-state cardio can be good for your testosterone levels. But if you plan on running frequently for long periods of time, you might be having a negative effect on your testosterone, at least in that moment. A study from the University of North Carolina found that endurance training can alter your male hormone profile and reduce testosterone. But high-intensity interval training like sprints has been shown to boost T levels. As such, I suggest you stick with heavy weights and adding a bit of HIIT to maximize your T levels. Now that said, I do go for runs. I do them not for the testosterone boosting benefits, but simply because they make me tougher. I hate running, but I love the feeling that I get from running and pushing through those periods when I want to quit. So you choose what you want to do. Number 5, improve your sleep. I've extensively covered the power of sleep on testosterone levels, but it's worth emphasizing here. That's because sleep is one of the best possible things you can do to skyrocket your T levels, along with your mood, energy, focus, muscle, and strength, and sex drive. Both the positive and negative effects manifest very quickly as well, so it's crucial to get at least 7 hours of high quality sleep per night. I prefer 8 to 9 hours. A polling from the National Sleep Foundation reported that 43% of Americans rarely or never get enough sleep on weeknights. 60% say they experience sleep issues almost every night. That's a serious issue because a study from the University of Chicago showed that just 1 week of restricting sleep from 8 hours to 5 hours decreased testosterone levels by up to 15%. Now another study, and this is an important one, men with only 4 hours of sleep had an average testosterone levels of 200 to 300 nanograms a deciliter. Keep in mind that the normal range is 270 to 1070 and the optimal range is 1192. And being at the bottom of the healthy range is still negative, and being at the bottom of the healthy range still has negative effects and blunted positive effects of testosterone. According to sleep scientist Dr. Jason Ong, the best thing you can do is schedule your sleep so you go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. This sets your circadian rhythm for the best possible sleep. Now I know that getting enough sleep is a challenge. If you don't get amazing sleep every night though, you'll suffer from low testosterone that eats away at your health and vitality, and you will hardly wake up with morning wood and struggle with your libido. The good news is there's a way to take however many hours you do sleep and multiply their effectiveness. So you can power up the 5 or 6 hours you do sleep to get the benefits of a full night's sleep and rejuvenating slumber. And that's with our powerful sleep formula, Man Sleep. Man Sleep contains the 6 most potent natural sleep ingredients on the planet, like glycine, which is an amino acid that improves sleep quality, or valerian extract, which helps you fall asleep faster so you wake up with a certain youthful energy. Man Sleep has ingredients that work on improving sleep quality and quantity, so you're going to fall asleep faster, but you're also going to have a better quality sleep, which can have a pretty dramatic effect on your testosterone levels. To use Man Sleep best, just take 1 serving 30 to 60 minutes before bed. I've been using these ingredients for years separately, which cost hundreds of dollars a month, but hey, they were helping me sleep, and as someone who has suffered from insomnia, that was life-changing. Combining them to a single supplement has cut the cost by over 75%, but maintain the benefits as each ingredient is in its full, clinically effective dose. If you want to sleep better and get the benefits of a better sleep, pick up Man Sleep via the link in the description below. Now, that's how to increase testosterone in 1 month. As a driven man who wants to maximize every day, sky-high T levels are something you want for the rest of your life. If you apply these tips, you can ensure your testosterone levels this month and beyond. So start using simple tips, grab Man Sleep via the link below, and I'll see you in the next video.